Jai Shri Gurudev. Our next lectural video is on isometric projection of prisms. As you know, the prisms are nothing but it has both base and top face having a regular polygon. Then corner of the base and the top face is connected by with the help of the rectangular facer. That is called as a prism. Right? Now, in that first problem, draw an isometric projection of a pentagonal prism of 30 mm sides and height 60 mm. Now I want to draw the isometric projection of pentagonal prism. What is a pentagonal prism? Now this is a pentagonal prism. It has a base and top face. On the corner of the base and the top face corners, how they connected with the help of a rectangular facer, that is called as a prism. Is given side how much? 30 mm and height how much? 60 mm. Right? This is a pentagonal prism. Right? Then you know how to draw the isometric projections. First step, first you go for draw orthographic projections of the prism, that is top view and front view. Second one, draw isometric scale. Then you go for draw isometric projection. Right? Yes. Now first we see the concept how the isometric projection of pentagonal prism is constructed. One. Now this is this is what a pentagonal prism. Base having a pentagonal shape, top face also having pentagonal shape. How the bottom face and top face are connected by the rectangular faces. Right? This is a pentagonal prism. Right? Now I want to place this pentagonal prism on the HP, any one, whether it is in this corner is parallel to the HP and perpendicular to VP like this, or you can place like this also. This edge is, whatever the base edge is, parallel to both the planes. That is given based on the given conditions. We'll go for place a pentagonal prism. Here I will consider this position, means the base edge, one of the base edge is parallel to HP, perpendicular to VP. Right? Now this is how the pentagonal prism looks. Now first you draw the orthographic projection of pentagonal prism. If you view from the above the object, you can see only a pentagonal shape. The bottom face is not visible, top face is visible. The bottom face is called as A1, B1, C1 and D1, E1 corners are invisible, that we kept in bracket. Then A, B, C, D, E are those corners, top face corners are visible. Then O is visible, O1 is not visible. This is the top view of a pentagonal prism. Similarly, go for front view of a pentagonal prism. See the front view, only the two sides, two faces are visible. Right? What is this face and this face is visible. Right? Two triangular faces are visible. Right? Project it, then you go for see the front view. Right? Now first you draw the top view of pentagonal prism and front view of pentagonal prism. That is similar to first projections in the orthographic projection of solids. Right? This is the first position. But I want to make it an isometric projection. Then how the object looks in isometric projection? See that what I will do, first rotate this object with respect to vertical axis how much? 45 degree. Rotate this object with respect to vertical axis how much? 45 degree. Then rotate the object with respect to horizontal by 35.614 or approximately 30 degree. Right? If you rotate like this, now this is the isometric projection of pentagonal prism. What are the faces are visible? Now top face is visible. Now this rectangular face and this rectangular face are visible. This is the isometric projection of a pentagonal prism. I think you got the concepts. Right? Okay. Now we'll go for first draw the orthographic projection. The top view of the orthograph, first draw a horizontal line, name it as XY, above XY line VP, below XY is HP. On HP top will come, on VP front will come. First you go for draw a pentagonal a shape at the lamina or top view of the pentagonal prism. I draw a vertical line. Along the vertical line, how much it is? 30 mm. From the each corner of the line, each end of the line, draw a 72-degree line, 72-degree line with respect to this vertical line, right? Along that vertical line, measure what is the distance here through compass, 30 mm measure. From this center, draw an arc on the 72-degree line, right? Once you cut the intersection of the 72-degree line and the 30 mm radius, then from the intersection draw one more arc from the each intersection here, then you'll get this point. Make it continuous thick line and you'll get a pentagonal shape, right? Now bottom face corners are A1, B1, C1, D1, E1 are invisible, that I kept in rectangle. So I kept in bracket. A, B, C, D are top face corners is visible. Now here the center of the prism is not required. If you want, you can also construct the center of the prism, right? Now after that, once you construct the top face, orthographic view in the top face on the horizontal plane, next we'll go for construct the, if you view from this side, right, on front view how it looks. What is the height? Is 60 mm height, right? Project all the corners vertically upward, project all the corners vertically upward, and then bottom face corners are these are B1 visible, B1 dash visible, A1 dash invisible, C1 dash visible, E1 dash invisible, D1 dash visible. These are bottom face corners or base corners. Top face corner. Similarly for top face corner, how much length you measured here? 60 mm, right? Already we know the construction of this one, right? In the first position of orthographic projection of solids, right? Next, what we'll do, once you draw the orthographic projection, now the top face, keep that lamina, keep that surface, the geometry in what here? Rectangular box. The lamina, the prism should be kept in rectangular box. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. In the any one you take, either top face or bottom face you take, just enough. For the box we kept 1, 2, 3, 4, and measure the distance. What is the distance from 1 to 2? It is 46. Then 1 to 4 it is around 48 mm, right? Then similarly corners from the rectangular box, see it is almost 29. From 1 to B1 9, and then 4 to A1 also it is 9, right? Yes, from the 2 to D1 it is half of this rectangular box, that is how much it is here I not mentioned, how much? 48 divided by 2, it is how much? 24, right? 24. That's the first power over. First point over. Draw the orthographic projection. Then keep that the top plane, the top view in rectangular box, right? Then what we will do, I'll go for draw the isometric scale. As you know that what is isometric scale here, so draw 30-degree line and 45-degree line. On the 45-degree line, measure 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeters, right? And then once you get this centimeters, now we will draw only the vertical projector here, not an inclined one. Some students have made mistake here. Do vertical projector here, vertical lines, 90-degree line to the this OA line, to the OA 90-degree line here. Then only you get from the actual scale to isometric scale, right? Then you go for draw isometric projections, right? First we will go for say the bottom face, the bottom face of the prism. Now you go for draw the horizontal. We also always go for draw the iso horizontal view. First draw a 30-degree line. Along the 30-degree line, draw a 30-degree line, and one more is 150-degree line. On the 30-degree and the 150-degree line, first you place this box, right? Rectangular box. Colored at this point is 1. 1 to 2 how much? 46. Directly will not get 4.6 blocks. 46. Then draw it on the actual case 46 mm. Draw an arc through the compass from the this is 0.2, right? This is 0.2. From this actual scale, draw a vertical projector that touches your isometric scale. There's a 90-degree line here. right? Then take this position, this is called as point 2, right? Then measure O of 2, then take 1 is the radius, draw an arc on the 30-degree line, then you will get point 2. Similarly 1 to 4 is how much? 48. Again 48, 4.8 blocks will not get. Then 0 to, on the actual scale, draw an arc 48 mm, then this is 0.4, right? Then draw vertical projector to the isometric scale, this is what? 0.4. Then measure distance from this point to this on the isometric scale, then take 1 is center and draw an arc. Now we'll get fourth point, right? Then how do you get third point? Already we know that. How do you get this third point? From 2 to 3, how much it is? The same length of 1 to 4, right? Already we know the 1 to 4, how much isoscale we connected. 1 to 4 is there. Take the compass, take the radius 1 to 4 here itself, then 2 is the center, draw an arc. Similarly 4 to 3, how much length it is? That is equal to 1 to 2, right? 1 to 2 already we convert isoscale here, this amount. Take 1 to 2 through compass, take 4 as a center and draw an arc. The intersection point will get 3. Now we'll get the box, rectangular box 1, 2, 3, 4, right? On this rectangular box, now you place the bottom face corner of the pentagonal prism. How do you place? As you know that the B and A and B will come in which line? 1, 4 line, right? Now measure 1 to B1, that is 9 mm, that is equal to 4 to A1 also, that is also 9 mm. 9 mm, see the 0.9 blocks is there, then take 9 mm, 0.9 centimeter compass, then draw an arc, right? Draw an arc, touches the 45-degree line, that is B1, or you will call as this is A1. From this draw vertical projector, right? Then through compass on the isoscale measure it. Then where is B1 comes? A1 comes on 1, 4 line, right? Then through compass 1, draw an arc, the isoscale what we connected 9 mm. Similarly from 4 also draw an arc, from 4 is the center, draw an arc. Now that point here you'll get A1 and B1 on 1, 4 line. Then C1, how do you get C1? On the 1 to 2 line. The C1 is also equal to distance from 4 to E1, the same distance here, right? 29 mm. Now measure through compass 1 C1, draw to the, that is equal to 1 C1, that is equal to 4 E1, that you place over the 45-degree line, draw an arc, that is C1, and also it is E1, right? Then draw it here on the vertical projector from this, right? Now we'll get this point. Now we'll measure this point, right? OC1 will come on which line here? 1 to 2, right? Through isoscale what you measure through compass 1 to C1, draw on 1 to 2 line. Similarly E1 also come here 4 to 3, right? Then draw an arc. Now we'll get C1 and E1. Then how do you get D1? From 2 to D1, how much it is? 24 mm. Now to draw, transfer to the ortho scale, actual scale, sorry. Then draw vertical projector. Now this point will get D1, right? Now measure this O to D1. Then from where it is 2 to 3 lines, right? From 2 is center, draw an arc. Now we'll get D1. Right, A1, B1, C1, D1, E1 will get. Now we'll go for join this line by a continuous thin line. Better you go for first continuous thin line, or if you make continuous thick line also, no problem, right? Then after that, once you construct that the isometric projection of the base of the pentagonal prism base, then how do you get these rectangular faces? It is very simple. From each corner A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, from each corner, see that all these are parallel lines, right? From each corner of the base, draw a 90-degree line. Draw a 90-degree line, right? Along, say, from A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, draw a vertical lines, that is 90-degree lines. You draw it along this vertical lines or 90-degree lines. How much length it is? 60 mm. Now 60 mm, see the 60 mm already we have 6 centimeter, 6 blocks, right? Then draw a vertical projector here, you measure the ISO scale. Or if you are doing an ISO sheet, directly measure from draw vertical line, along the vertical line how many blocks you go for measure here, 6 blocks, right? Yes. Now we'll take this compass, that is 6 centimeter on actual scale, convert it to ISO scale. Then from AO1 is center, draw an arc on all the vertical lines, right? Then join all this corners, continuous thick line, because see that the lamina is, so once you go for isometric projections, top face is visible, then the rectangular faces are visible, remaining 3 rectangular faces are invisible, right? Yes, the top face continuous thick line you made. Then which are the edges are nearer to the observer, here is the observer, right? Which are the edges are nearer to the observer, that is visible. Then you go for make it continuous thick line, A1 B1 B1 C1 continuous thick line, then C1 to C, D B1 to B, A1 to A, this is called continuous thick line. The remaining edges are dashed thick line, either you show dashed thick line or you can don't show this dashed thick line, that is left to the the engineers, or left to the one you solve the problem, right? If you want to show it as a dashed thick line, or else you just remove these lines, right? I think you got this, how to construct the pentagonal prism. And if you want visible and invisible lines, apply the rules what we follow, orthographic projection of solids. And one more important thing is, two continuous thick lines never cross each other. Remember this point, two continuous thick line never cross each other, means suppose see the top face is visible, bottom face, these two edges are visible. If you take any remaining edges, if you make continuous thick line, suppose if you make D1 is continuous thick line, means this is already continuous thick line. If you make this also continuous thick line, means it violates the rule, means two continuous thick line will not cross each other, will not touch each other, means will not cross each other. Remember that point. Then next try to solve this problem also, that is draw the isometric projection of hexagonal prism of 35 mm sides and height 50 mm. You know the hexagonal prism, write the given data, then write the orthographic projection of that hexagonal prism, then bounded the top view of that orthographic projection of the hexagonal prism by rectangular box. You know how to construct hexagonal prism also, you go for circle method, it's very easy. Then draw the isometric scale, then we'll go for the isometric projection. Let's try to solve these two problems and send to my WhatsApp number. Thank you for watching this video.